BKTV is where you are right now, and this is the home of the Canadian National Superbike Championships by Parts Canada. You know, Saskatchewan is not a very heavily populated province, and yet it has produced phenomenal talent on this national championship series. Witness our national champion, #1 plate holder, Brett McCormick on the BMW, and witness this young man from Ormond, Saskatchewan, who I believe is leading our pro rookie point standings coming into this final round of the championships, Bodhi Edie. Bodhi, thanks for coming on telly again with us today. The reason we're doing this shot this morning is because so often on our podium you recognize this guy for providing you with a very potent motorcycle. We're talking, of course, of Scott Miller from Fast Company.
Yeah, you know, Scott built the engine this past winter, and after Shuby there, he contacted us and he wanted to get us on a set up front of the K-Tech suspension, and he come out and helped us this weekend, and it's worked awesome. It's great to have him around. He knows a lot about it, and it helps us set up the bike and go even faster.
Well, I won't call it a big surprise, Scott Miller, but I will say that you're more noted for your engine building skills on this circuit at any rate than with your suspension. Am I right on that one?
Yeah, I've always been, like, my specialty is engine building and machining, but you know, I've ran quite a few race teams over the years, and I've always, you know, 20 years I've been doing my own suspension on our own race teams. Didn't really do it for a lot of outside customers, but I'm enjoying it more and more these days and getting a little more bored with the engine stuff. And you know, I've been watching Bodhi, and he's a really impressive rookie pro. And I looked over here, it looks like these guys could use a little bit of help, and so I contacted his father, and I'd like to get him on board with K-Tech, which I'm representing in Canada these days, so I'm the K-Tech guy to go to buy K-Tech suspension, and pretty exciting, and wanted to get Bodhi on some of the K-Tech stuff.
When you consider our spec series classes that we have, you know, these motorcycles are so limited on how much horsepower you can produce. I mean, imagine what you could do if you were given free hand. That should bring a smile to your face. But what did this come down to? As I
see, free bank account, sorry.
Is three basic things: the rider, of course, tires, and suspension setup. It comes down to that.
Yeah.
So suspension is the effort that you're putting into this thing. You've already provided a power plant for it. And incidentally, I see a lot of motorcycles in this paddock with the Fast Company sticker on the side of the vehicle.
Yeah, well, I'm really busy in the shop these days because I haven't been running a race team this year. Last year I was headed up Jordan Zoke's effort and tried to keep my shop going. I kind of put my head down this year, and I've got a lot of guys that are bringing me engines and suspension, and some, you know, engines and suspension now. So,
Bodhi, with Scott with us here now, and I know you've already told me this, but I do want to share it with the fans that are watching. How much of a difference has this guy made to your results?
You know, it's for sure he helped us a ton, especially with that race yesterday. Because that was the first race we ran on the new K-Tech suspension, and it held in there awesome all race and all the practices. As soon as we got on it, I believe it was Saturday morning we put it on. And
Friday morning.
Friday morning? Yeah, and it was just instantly better. Like you could notice just the way it felt. It's hard to explain, but it did feel better, and it's great to also, you know, have the engine built from Scott, because he's known for his really good engine mechanics, and it helps us be able to catch that draft and gain a few positions down the long straight, especially here at Montsport.
One of the phrases you used there, Bodhi, was "it's hard to explain." And Scott and Bodhi both, you know, it's very, very important, the communication between you guys. That Bodhi comes in off the racetrack, and you're able to translate what he's telling you.
Well, it's different I've worked with a lot of riders, and everyone is quite a bit different to work with. And the big thing is I've worked very little with Bodhi. He's got a lot of natural talent, and we're probably a little bit slower getting. I think there's a lot to come from with the setup. We're not as close as we should be, because just learning to, you know, understand the rider and how he communicates. Some terminology is different from one rider to another.
One of the things I picked up there, Cody, is you've already got a potent weapon here that Scott has given you, and it's going to make it better.
Yeah, you know, it is good, and with Scott around, it's only going to get better, right? And you know, we started with it on Friday, and as soon as we put it on the bike, without any changes, I could notice the difference, and the difference was better for sure. So the only way we can really go up from there is faster. racer, right?
Right on. Got a smile on his face. Scott, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to it. Good luck with your paycheck effort. It's obviously paying dividends already with this kid, and we hope we have a great day here. And Bodhi, of course, my instructions are to you to get out there and have fun. And regardless where you finish, when you take your helmet off at the end of the day, I want to see that smile on your face.
All right.
Okay? We'll be back on CSBK TV in a little while. Thanks for joining us.